It's Tuesday, October 20th, and this is your Day Starter. Our scripture for this week comes from Luke, the 18th chapter, the opening verses. And ostensibly, this teaching from Jesus, at least according to Luke in the first verse, is a reminder to the followers about praying, that we need to be consistent, fervent in prayer, and we need to never quit. And then he goes off and uses one of Jesus' stories to highlight this fact. So let me ask you, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of economic challenges, in the midst of a bitter political season, in the midst of all the things we're dealing with, personally and corporately as a society, how's your prayer life? How consistent is it? How fervent is it? Are you quitting on it? You see, for the followers of Jesus, prayer isn't just an activity that we pick up at the end of the day for the few words or share perhaps at the time we have a meal. Prayer is a way of being. It's about staying in ongoing connection with God. And it's a two-way street. Not only do we lift up our needs, our concerns, our wants, but in the quiet spaces, we try and feel God's presence press in on us, nudging us in what we're called to do and who we're called to be. Now, I have no polling data on this, and certainly I don't see any way to get it. But I suspect that people who take a deeper approach to their prayer life are ones who can get through the harder times, because prayer allows them to have a way to let go of things, an outlet, if you will. It also gives them a way to listen and be reminded of the broader perspectives and the work that God is doing in the world, even in the times and places when it's not so easy for us to see that work. So I ask you again, in the midst of all you're dealing with, how's your prayer life? And if over the last few months it's weakened and floundered a little bit, well, that's certainly understandable. But I encourage you, listen to Luke's first verse and be one of those followers of Christ who never quits on it, and find how that just might shape all the way you perceive the world and might make all the difference in your life. Something to think about today.